Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed and Tropical Sky. Start your dream with tailor-made holidays to the Caribbean, Far East, Maldives and beyond. Flying from Shannon Airport with tropicalsky.ie.
The travel expert Sarah Slattery and travel journalist Ed Finn are back in studio. Very welcome.
Hey Trina, how are you? Good morning. You're looking well.
Are you asking me or are you telling me? This is unbelievable because every week on the show we have got a huge amount of flights to give away.
Yeah, this week we have flights to Boston with Aer Lingus from Shannon Airport. 2 tickets to Boston.
Okay, and that's thanks to Shannon Airport and Tropical Sky, because Shannon Airport have so many flights now, don't they? I mean, like,
oh yeah, it's great. And
popular.
Parking, Trina.
As we always say, great parking. Okay. Where are we going to look at today for holidays?
Catalonia, the beautiful part of Spain, made up of 4 regions. We know Barcelona, Girona, Lleida and Tarragona. About the size of Belgium, 30,000 square feet, and has some of the most spectacular beaches in Europe. But this year, it's hosting the America's Cup, which is the oldest yacht race in the world. And it starts on the 22nd of August, and it'll go right up. They'll have the round robins, and then it'll go right up to October when it'll be the final. Now, Emirates, the New Zealand team, picked Barcelona. They won it last time, and they picked Barcelona because of its fantastic location, accessibility, blah. So it's a great coup to have. And of course, Sarah, so much to do when you're not watching the races.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody's familiar with Barcelona, and of course Salou is probably one of the top holiday destinations as well. So all of these places are in Catalonia, and Girona too. I haven't actually been to Girona myself, but there's so many flights there, like from all airports, from Dublin, Cork, Knock and Shannon. So the whole area is really connected. You've also got flights into Reus, which is the airport beside Salou. And of course, there's daily flights to Barcelona as well. So lots of different options to get there, lots of places to see and lots of variety. Like from Barcelona being such a great city break destination to the beach resorts. And then you've got lovely places like Tarragona, which is gorgeous. And Montserrat and
inland a bit as well. I've been going to Sitges. In fact, Sitges, I saw George Clooney there one year at a film festival. The Sitges Film Festival. It's really very, very cool. And they have this thing called the zombie walk that they do. It's only there. It's famous. You have to apply to be, accepted into it. And it's everyone dresses up as zombies. And it's around the film festival, but it's legendary, and it goes through like all the old cobblestone streets of Sitges. But it's something, if people haven't done it before, it's fantastic. Spain is great for festivals, all the wonderful things they do.
Now, the fact that they're hosting these games, does that mean the prices are going to be absolutely ridiculous?
No, you see, Trina, Spain seems to have the knack of keeping prices very competitive year in, year out. Like I was in Spain recently, and again, you just keep getting the feeling of the value for money all the time. And in fairness, I think they're really clued in about that, because tourism is such a big part of the whole country's sort of, economic situation. I think that it's a really big thing, the tourism. So do you find that? You'll never find in Spain, like in other countries, gouging, I think is what you'd call it. But maybe there is a bit of gouging going around on the America's Cup now.
Maybe the top hotels in the centre of Barcelona, you may see prices inflated, but there's so many places outside and it's so accessible with the train service. It's very easy to get in and out. So, I wouldn't think that's an issue. And of course, there's so many great tapas bars. It's so cheap to eat out. Like you can just get tapas and drinks for like a few euro. Like I was only there recently and like it's just amazing value price wise. And there's so much to see as well. It's one of the few places I'd say maybe don't do one of those tuk-tuk tours that I'm always selling the place, because they're not allowed in the main centre.
That's a great relief.
It's like going around. They can't park. So we did a tuk-tuk. We always do a tuk-tuk.
Good pair of hush puppies, Trina. That's what I think is all. That's what you want.
Skechers is all you need.
Yeah, don't mind those tuk-tuks. I love walking everywhere.
So they just leave you then miles where you want to go.
I always say to people, don't do the hop-on, hop-off bus. Do a tuk-tuk or do something different. But no, not in Barcelona, because basically it's like going around the outskirts on the M50 and you're driving by going, oh, there's the Sagrada Familia over there.
You're left at the Ballymun exit.
You have to just basically go and do the tour yourself afterwards. But everyone, I suppose, is familiar with the Sagrada Familia, or they should be, because it's absolutely spectacular. It's actually even more impressive inside. You really need to pre-book tickets to go inside. Now they have kind of barriers all the way around it. You can't even stand right outside it anymore. And they're still building it, of course. It must be the oldest.
Oh, yeah. No, it was meant to be finished in 25, I think. I don't think it'll ever be finished.
1880, I think it started, and it's still going.
Yeah, it's like the Children's Hospital here, Trina. It'll never be finished. It's beautiful nature there as well. It goes right up to Andorra, Catalonia, of course. So you have Girona, as you said, the old medieval city. But Penedès, which is kind of the wine area, and it's like the mountain regions, when you go there, you think that you're in Austria or, you're in Switzerland. Incredible. You'd never think it because, you've all the beaches. But when you go inland, and I did a great wine, the Torres winery, that's there, the famous Torres wine, the bull. That's a great...
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. That is a fantastic... The tour that you do there, you go around and it's very interactive, but it's very futuristic. And you're like, wow. It's like, I was so impressed by it. Not just one of your old boutique tours.
How do we always end up talking about wine on Travel Saturday?
Well, you know the answer to that, Trina. We're very cultured on this programme.
That's it. Yes, yeah.
Little drop of Torres, but it's really, again, it's a lovely thing to do and easy. If you're sort of bored with all the beaches and stuff, it's really nice. And of course, great value as well. They have whitewater rafting up in the Penedès region. You can do, for the kids, you can go and you can do all this kind of hiking through the park. They have a state park, which is beautiful. It's 7 million people, a bit over, I think, in Catalonia, the second kind of most populated part of Spain. But it just has so much, really. And the high-speed train, by the way, the new high-speed train, we love trains on Travel Saturday. That train is incredible. You can go to Barcelona, from Barcelona to Madrid, Seville, on the high-speed train. There, those new AVE. And you can fly into Madrid and you can be in Barcelona in a few hours.
Now, talk to me about the safety, because you sometimes hear about, these places and you get pickpockets and all this kind. I'm sure you do get them everywhere.
Yeah, no, they've had particular problems in Barcelona with that. Let's be honest. I mean, they have been Las Ramblas, pickpocketing. Yeah, people getting phones up. Yeah, that was a problem. Yeah, Barcelona was. I know people who went swimming there to the beach and when they came out, their clothes were gone and stuff. So, I know a journalist actually who followed the person who took the clothes and got them back. I'm just absolutely, yeah. But you have to, yourself. You have to be careful and just a bit diligent, I guess. So, but you just have to be.
The big city thing, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes it's going to happen. You just have to watch and just be mindful of where you are.
I believe it happens quite a lot around train stations in lots of cities.
Yeah.
You'll be buying your ticket at the machine and somebody a local will say, let me help you with that. You're picking the wrong thing, and the next thing you find you've been ripped off.
Yeah, no, run. Yeah. I mean, if anyone comes near you like that.
I was talking to a girl in the airport the last time we were away, and it had just happened to her in Paris.
Terrible.
They were being mugged, basically.
Yeah. No, you have to be very careful. If anyone comes near me anyway, I'm like, gone.
They're not trying to help you. Don't even entertain it.
Absolutely. Yeah. But if the style and prestige around, it's the Louis Vuitton America's Cup this year by the 37th one. So it's, of course, it's all very stylish, but really lovely to go and see. And there's loads of free events around it as well. You can really enjoy the whole sort of spectacle of it. Yeah. And I mean, October, the weather is still good there. So, I mean, if you want to go over for the final, which will be kind of exciting.
Would that be something all the celebs be at? We'll be reading about that in the Daily Mail, probably.
Yeah. I'm sure, yeah. All the yachting crowd.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Dunleary will be empty.
The posh crowd will all be there.
Yeah.
So what about families then, Sarah?
Yeah, it's really, really popular for families. Salou would be one of the big destinations. There's great beaches and it's very family friendly and that. But also, there's loads of campsites there. These kind of campsites that are not campsites, if you like. They're like the big mobile home parks. Some of the best ones in Europe are there. Cambrils Park and Sangouli, they're all there.
Oh and my God, my family are obsessed with Cambrils.
Yeah.
They literally go every year.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes twice a year. I've never been. It's very hard to get a booking, I believe.
Yeah, people book it like a year in advance. So there's a lot of these family resorts and hotels and apartments and everything that are highly sought after. And then, of course, you've Portaventura there, which is one of Europe's largest theme parks. Ferrari Land is there. The new ride Uncharted opened last year to coincide with the movie. Loads there. There's a water park there as well. And that's literally, you can actually walk to it from Salou and from some areas. So it's really, really popular. It's open till 10:30 at night. So it's also a nice thing to go in the evening. Brilliant fireworks. I always think, for kids who are just getting past that sort of Disneyland Paris, they're just a bit over the age. It's perfect, great for kind of older, for tweens, for teens, and really, really reasonable compared to the likes of Disney and Universal and things like that.
My sister now, sorry to interrupt, my sister, her kids now, they've grown up basically in these places. And even now that they're like 15, 16 and 18, they still want to go back there. I always imagine it's a bit like... Dirty Dancing, the holiday park, and you're out doing your barbecue, and that's and people will leave their barbecue for the next family coming along. It sounds fab.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's just, and like that, I think some people think Salou kind of, there's a bit of a Torremolinos, Costa del Sol sort of vibe about it, even though that's been totally regenerated now as well. But there's so much to do there. It's not just all about the kind of typical holiday resort. Cambrils is a lovely spot, and then you've got the likes of Tarragona, Montserrat, so much nearby to travel to. So many day trips. Like, I mean, really, the possibilities for day trips are actually genuinely
the Black
endless
Madonna of Montserrat.
Like,
very, very amazing.
And then, of course, Barcelona's just down the road. So, yeah, absolutely great family destination as well.
And on Barcelona, one thing I want to say, people are always asking me about if any restaurant recommendations. I've been going to a restaurant in Barcelona for years called Las Caracoles. It means the snails. And they do, you know, when you have the chicken on the spit, the rotisserie all going around, and they do amazing creme catalan, creme brulee kind of thing. But Las Caracoles, it's a fantastic place. It has never changed. It's all the tiles, little different rooms and wooden chairs and tables. Fabulous if you wanted a recommendation for really good, sort of authentic kind of cuisine there. And very reasonable as well.
Yeah, great.
And the website, Spain.info, is fabulous, by the way. Spain.info, if you look it up, but the America's Cup, all the information will be up there as well.
Okay. Flight-wise then, I'm assuming that this is one of the destinations where there is so many flights going in and out.
Yeah, loads. I mean, you've Barcelona, you've got Ryanair, Aer Lingus, Iberia, Girona, Reyes.
Welling, I think, as well.
Yeah, Welling, sorry, they
loads
also
of different flights, and loads, as I said, from all the airports, from Shannon. If you're looking up as well, from Knock, look up Barcelona, Girona Airport. Now, if you want to go to Barcelona City, it's obviously a good bit further out. But it is if you want to the beaches. That's available from Cork, from Shannon, from Knock, from Dublin. Yeah. And then you've got Barcelona Reus, which is the airport that's right beside Salou. And then, of course, you have Barcelona itself. So there's lots of different airport options. Check, I would say a little bit of a tip is to check depending on where you're staying, because obviously the flights to Barcelona Reus, for instance, in July, August are usually dearer because it's the holiday destination. But if you book Barcelona or Girona, you may get stung with a big transfer cost, you know. So instead of paying €10 on a taxi from Reus, you might pay €100 on a taxi from Barcelona. So just be mindful of that when you're comparing your prices.
Madrid in July and August, Madrid gets very hot, so Madrid is low season. There was very good prices on flights to Madrid, and then you can get this high-speed train to Barcelona if you want. I saved about 150 quid doing that 1 year because Madrid is low season, really. A lot of people get out because it's landlocked and it's very hot. So, but, you know, it's nice to go anytime. But if you don't like that very hot heat, you can fly to Madrid and you can get the train and try that high-speed train. I would tell anyone to try that. It's great. Very futuristic and great, very cool.
Are you a Roy Cropper train spotter?
Yeah, he's a bit of a nerd.
Yeah, I do. I've been on trains all over the world. Yeah, I love trains. Yeah, especially Switzerland is a great place for a good old train, you know. Germany's not too bad either. Yeah.
Okay, now, as always on Travel Saturday, we have got unbelievable prizes. What do we have to give away this week?
We have 2 flights to Boston with Aer Lingus from Shannon
Boston.
Airport. Yeah.
Oh, so I just had St. Patrick's Day there. Oh, amazing. Fabulous city.
The return flights to Boston with Aer Lingus.
Aer Lingus.
We better ask a question for people to...
I think we should ask about the yachting race. Something about that, Ed.
Okay, so the question this week is, where is the America's Cup being held in 2024?
Okay, excellent. You can text in to enter 087 188 0008, your name, location and your answer, and you never know, like Pete the Postman, you could be heading off return flights to America, to Boston, and the best of luck. Ed, Finn and Sarah Slattery, we'll chat to you next week.
Thanks a million, Trina.
Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed and Tropical Sky. Start your dream with tailor-made holidays to the Caribbean, Far East, Maldives and beyond. Flying from Shannon Airport with tropicalsky.ie.